Carol, over the years, you've not only been a wonderful force in the interests of Texas women, as they were reading and introducing you on your biography. I'm so proud of you, this young woman from Memphis, Texas, and all that you've done. Thank you. Thank you. I'd also like to thank Dr. Ann Stewart for setting the example as a strong Texas woman on this wonderful campus. I know that they went overboard and beyond what they needed to do to get ready for today's event. I've heard about the flowers. I've heard about the hand painting, the touching up. Thank you so very much, Ann. You represent us all so well. And to Commissioner Becky McKinley, thank you so much. Where's she? She's out working because she's going to prepare the food that you're going to enjoy later. It is prepared and it is beautiful, and we need to thank her for doing that. I want to thank you all for being here today for this auspicious occasion. Walking through the hall gives you just an idea of the scope and the depth of women's contributions to the history of Texas. It's inspiring to read their stories, but sometimes just to see their names gives me chills. Names like Johnson, Jordan, Richards, Conrad. Margaret Thatcher once famously said that if you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman. And we women in Texas have a long storied tradition of getting things done. Explorers like astronaut Sally Ride, who we lost just a few months ago, jurists like Sandra Day O'Connor, legislators like Kay Granger. Each of the women honored here in the Hall of Fame left a mark. They blazed a trail, and they left Texas and America a better place to live. Today we are honored. We have 5 more exceptional Texas women join the ranks. We have an artist and civil rights pioneer, an innovator in helping people with visual disabilities, a corporate leader, an entrepreneur, and not to mention a new mother, a state Supreme Court justice, and a major general with the United States Air Force. You know, that's not bad company to associate with. But what do they have in common? They have in common that beyond the borders of Texas is a commitment to excellence, a refusal to accept anything less than the very best for themselves and their families, and a determination to do everything they can with their ample talents and skills. But perhaps my most favorite thing about this Hall of Fame is, as Dr. Stewart alluded to, it is right here on the campus of Texas Women's University, ready to provide that inspiration to the entrepreneurs, to the artists, to the educators, to the leaders of tomorrow. Thanks to the hard work and dedication of the women like those that are enshrined in this hall and those that will be enshrined in a moment, Texas women have opportunities that are open to them. We live in an age when Texas women don't have to have opportunities provided to them because they are able to provide those own opportunities on their own. The women here today are being honored for what they've accomplished so far in their careers. I can't wait to see what they do in the future years. But they should also be lauded for what they mean to Texas and the generations of young women and women that will follow them in their footsteps. Now I'd like to introduce a gentleman who's helped transform our state into a place where dreamers can easily achieve their goals, and where people from all backgrounds can find success. He's a tireless supporter of women's issues, and through it all, he's my biggest fan. My husband, Rick Perry.
Thank you. Anita, thank you. Through your grace, your strength, your compassion, you have consistently demonstrated what being an exceptional woman has always been about. A very important voice in many issues that are vital to the women of this state. And throughout your time as First Lady, you have truly made a difference in the lives of women across our state. Thank you. It's a pleasure and an honor to be in front of this august group of women as you, or I should say as we all welcome this outstanding class, Texas Women's Hall of Fame. I'd like to take just a brief moment and echo what Anita said about everyone involved in this venture today. Dr. Stewart, thank you in particular for allowing this university to be so engaged. This has been an amazing partnership that we have helped create here in the promotion of this hall, and again to TW. Without their enthusiastic, all-in approach, it wouldn't have happened. Because through these doors, as Dr. Stewart shared with you, you'll find some of the most engaging, innovative, bold, outspoken, and capable women in the history of this country. Many of their stories are well known. Anita just shared with you some names that popped into her mind of people who you know well and what they have done. Others in there you may not know as well. But each of these women, honored beyond these doors, have brought something of value to the people of Texas, to the United States, and to the world. Whether it was in the arts, whether it was in education, whether it was in leadership, health, social service, these women have made their marks, and those who join them today certainly fit that bill. More important than their individual accomplishments, however, is the inspiration that they have collectively given to young girls and young women of tomorrow. It's no surprise that Texas women are well known for blazing trails, as they're an integral part of Texas' rich history of self-determination. They reflect the pioneer spirit of which this state is well known, where the women in this hall had to overcome varying degrees of social and traditional obstacles during generations past. The young women of today, certainly the students that are with us today, they have the benefit of seeing not only that these things can be done, but how they've been done. That might be these honorees' greatest gift to Texas. You can see their legacy in every classroom, in every home, in every workplace in Texas. More than ever, young Texas women are taking the first most vital step towards making their own marks on the world. They're going to college. We shared our passion about higher education just prior to coming in here. Since 2000, just in the last 12 years, female enrollment in our public institutions of higher education, ranging from our four-year institutions right on through our community and technical colleges, has soared by 55%. They're not just attending either, they're excelling. Six-year graduation rate among women, for example, is 9 percentage points higher than men. And expectations for the future generations are higher even than that. Recently, we got the welcome news in the participation of the SAT in this state. Many of you read the stories about the numbers of young people taking the SAT has increased by substantial margins, particularly over the last 5 years, and particularly among our state's minority students. I made the comment the other day, and I'm pretty sure they're not taking the SAT because they just didn't have anything to do on that particular Saturday. We saw 65% increase in the Hispanic population, 42% increase among our African American students. It's worth noting, too, that nearly 9% of the African American women are enrolled in higher education in our state. That is the highest participation group of any group out there. I think you can trace a lot of that enthusiasm about college and about finding a way to contribute to the examples who are honored in this Hall of Fame and those that are joining their ranks today. And I encourage everyone who's here to take the time to walk through that Hall of Fame. Read about these women, these Texas women who have succeeded in their fields, in their lives, through hard work, through sacrifice, through dedication, through discipline. Read their stories. Take their lessons to heart. They're each proof that there is no obstacle too big, no dream ever too distant, if you're willing to work hard for it, to persevere, and to believe in yourself and those around you. That is what Texas women are all about.